everyone, welcome back to Bare. I'm Stephanie. Today's video will be talking about skin, and it's going to be like a spring cleaning skin series that I'm starting. So that's why in this video I have my hair pulled back. I have absolutely no makeup on. I wanted this video to be really focused on the skin in general, the bareness of it, and I want you to see everything. In order for me to help and explain, it doesn't make sense for me to have on a bunch of products, so it makes sense for me to really show it like it is. So let's get started. Makeup, beauty, all that is wonderful, but really if your canvas, if your skin in itself is not up to check, no amount of makeup you put on it is going to fix that. Skincare can actually turn into a lifestyle change for some people, because for some people it is a lifestyle change. There's going to be things that I'm going to say you should not be doing, point blank, if you want these results. You need to know what is your skin type. If you don't know what your skin type is, how do you know what products to use? How do you know really how to take care of your skin? So let's talk about the different skin types. My skin type is normal. What normal means is it's a nice equal balance. It's, you know, it's not dry, it's not oily, it's not sensitive, it's right in the middle. Now I do have normal skin, but when I travel to different climates or depending on the change of the season, it sometimes can adapt to that change. So I do keep that in mind. It doesn't really feel dry in any areas. Also does not look oily or greasy, smooth to the touch. That is somebody that has normal skin. So second would be oily skin. That's pretty easy. After you wash your face in the morning, go ahead and wash your face, but don't pat off the water. Let the water stop to absorb and also evaporate on its own. You'll notice if your face start getting really shiny or having that greasy appearance on your face. You'll also notice if you start to touch your skin in various areas, you'll notice there's a lot of shine, or you'll actually might feel something on your finger. Those are signs of somebody with oily skin. I mean, right off the bat, that skin is, boom, starting to produce oil. Next would be what I would consider acne-prone skin type. So no matter what you do, we're not talking about it being normal, oily, dry. You are just having breakouts, acne, blemishes left and right. Also, if you are a young individual, you know, a teenager in college or so forth, I mean, you'll know that's really when your skin, your hormones are coming into play, and you're going to see a lot of blemishes. You're going to be having stress, and you're going to see it in particular areas on your face as well. Those are people with acne-prone skin. Next skin type is dry skin. That is another very common skin type. Other than oily, dry skin is very common. Dry skin would be the opposite of what the oily skin person would experience. So hop out of the shower after you've washed your face. Don't pat off the water. Then you'll notice that your skin starts to feel real tight. You can then maybe see some cracks. I mean, it wants moisture. It starts to flake. You know, you'll have a rougher texture, or it just starts to flake. You'll put your foundation or whatever product you put on your skin, you can tell the product starts to settle in those lines, but not only settle in the lines, it starts to, like, the skin is moving up and you can see the flakes. That is dry skin. And you can have dry skin, or you can have very severely dry skin. So those are the characteristics to look out for if you think you have dry skin. The last skin type that I'm going to state will be combination skin. So combination skin is kind of that equal balance, just like a normal skin person will have. So it tends to fall into like one type of a category. So that might be dry, oily, even normal, to be honest. But then you'll notice, you know, I seem to be very oily in just my T-zone, all my forehead, my nose, my chin. But boy, my cheeks are just dry and flaking like crazy. That is the characteristics of somebody with combination skin. Or it can be the opposite. It can be very dry in your T-zone, but then it's very oily on your cheeks. So that's somebody with combination skin. Now, I'm not going to classify sensitive skin as its own separate category, and here's the reason why. Every skin type has a level of sensitivity to it. Even though I'm normal skin type, I have a certain level of skin sensitivity, meaning it might break out, it may not break out, or it can really react bad. So that's what the whole level of sensitivity is. So it's not that to lump a group of skin into you have sensitive skin. No, you have normal, oily, dry, combination skin, but then you have another underlying level of sensitivity. Some people can have skin like a dragon hide. I mean, that skin can take whatever you put on it. Good for you. Then you have the other ones where I might have dry skin, but boy, whatever I put on it, it wigs out, it goes left and right. I can't switch up my routine very much. Then that person has dry skin, but also a high level of sensitivity to products. So think of it that way when you're thinking about what is your level of sensitivity. So those would be the categories when you're thinking of what is my skin type. Next is your skincare regimen. Using myself again, my regimen is, some people would call it quite extensive. I don't, because it doesn't take me very long. But if you actually watched every step that I do, yeah, I can understand why you would say, my gosh, you know, I'm not doing all that. I am a very multitask person, so I will put on a product and go off and go do something else, and then I come back, put on another thing, go off and go do something else, and I'm able to really get my routine down. Probably it might take me 15 minutes, it might take 20 minutes, depends on if I add a mask or whatnot. When you're looking at having some sort of a regimen, you have to think about what type of person are you. That's when your lifestyle comes into play. You know, if you're a student or in college, or, you know, just kind of starting out, I don't probably really expect you to have that many steps down, but also your budget comes into play. I can't afford, you know, all this stuff that's being thrown at me. But then you also might be a new mom with an infant. You're not going to have the time to even probably want to wash your face, let alone do all these steps as well. But you also, you know, may not have any children. Or you might have all this disposable income and you have the time and the means to do a lot of steps, and you really do want to take care of your skin. So I understand that there's all these different factors that come into play. Next important thing is storing your products. Now, I'm a very visual person, so I had to figure out a way in a manner of which to store my products so that I can visually see it. If I see them and they're all together, I'm going to use it. With that in mind, if you are, let's say, a college student, or you share an apartment, you don't really have kind of like your own space. What I did in college is I had one of these baskets. And so I had one for AM and I had one for PM. And then I put everything in there for AM, put everything in there for PM. And then when it was time to go, just take it and go. Start going through your inventory and start, putting everything together. Put the washes together, put the moisturizer, start putting everything together so that way you can see what you have. Start going through, get rid of stuff that's old, that, is expired or whatnot. And then work with what you have. This is how I store my products in my medicine cabinet. I have a basket here that I picked up, again, from the dollar store. This is my AM basket. So everything that I use in the morning is in this basket, except for 2 other jars which sit right here in my medicine cabinet because it doesn't fit in the basket. But this is everything for the morning. You may look at this and be like, you know, this girl's so anal. No, it's visual. If you put it all together, you see it, you'll use it. It's everything for morning. And then in the next video, again, I will be going through the products and showing you how to apply it. And there are some products like this, which is the liquid gold. It's going to deserve its own video in itself because it's that darn good. And I will tell you why it's good. And then I will show you where you should spend your money and, you know, where you don't have to necessarily spend your money on. So this is AM. So this is my night basket. So after I wash my face in the shower and I use my Clarisonic, this is on the second row in my medicine cabinet. So top is AM, second row is PM. And then we have everything that I use for night. Someone's requested the vitamin C serum. I do just a separate video on that, which I'm going to go ahead and do and show you how to apply these and what order to apply it and why they work well for the skin. So this is PM. If you store your products kind of in that manner, then you'll notice your routine just goes like that. It's quicker, it's a little bit more organized, and you kind of know what you're doing. The last thing I want to talk about is we're going to go back to your lifestyle. I've done a separate video on a goal of how I remember to drink my water and take my vitamins. Drinking water and taking your vitamins, whatever type of vitamins you're taking throughout the day, that is crucial. You will notice a huge change in your skin if you are drinking a ton of water per day. I mean, I drink over a gallon of water. You have to change certain things within your lifestyle if you want to see the results. So that's the first thing. The next two things are very important as well. If you are somebody that is drinking alcohol, whether it's wine, champagne, hard liquor, you know, not only is it not the best for your internal health, you're going to see it on your face as well. It's aging you. There's another thing that ages you. Here's something that ages you that we're talking a good 10 years. It can be, it's like a year per puff. Cigarettes. If you are smoking, it's aging you. And it even ages you faster also on your skin type. But those are the lifestyle changes that I'm saying is if changing and improving your skin and kind of improving your overall health is important, you gotta find a way to stop smoking. You gotta find a way to take your vitamins, and you gotta find a way to drink your water. Those are some tips. Those are my recommendations. This is video 1. Again, the next video we will go into my AM and my PM routine, and I will again show you how I apply each product, and we'll talk a little bit about each product as well. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye. I'm happy that all the shades show up on my skin tone. I am just not pleased with the